This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather, and off we go from Lambeau. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Packers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Murray now. Now pass complete to Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Murray a give. This is Conner. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Flushed out right. And all of that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the...
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and the Packers pick it up. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. They'll look to throw here. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Succop's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back. On
1st and 10, here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Connor. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
This offense has a lot of weapons, but you know they like to look Connor's way down here near the end zone. He's got that rugged running style, and that's a nice job there to hold him to a short pickup.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they get the guard, John Runyon. He'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Oh, he shifts past him. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The Packers hit 9-4 now on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, it's Hodges, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Aaron Siposs now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They go play action here on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Succop's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first, no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Packers pick it up. The 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7.
And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the play. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of the first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 37 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. That'll give them 8 that time, and that's going to make it fourth down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returning it is Moore. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll fake it to Connor, now Murray. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd down and goal. Murray eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And quickly out wide, this is Watson.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and 8. This one swung out here to Jones. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And, oh, he coughed it up, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the 2nd half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the 2nd half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on second and long. Murray. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it up. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They'll run for it with counter, and they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Khalil Mack in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both first and second down. And he's on the heels of winning the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award. He had a pair of sacks in last week's game, Charles.
So much for adjusting, so much for game planning, right? You know that he had the 2 sacks last week. Why aren't you able to block him? Sometimes a superior athlete just wins.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And this offense on third down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
Unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Murray.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now Murray's got to have this one. On the move to his left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to roam now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Green Bay, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Arizona, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.